And I wouldn't lie about it. If they would have broken up, I would say they broken up. But they haven't.
Nina is saying the breakup was filmed.
Film? What the hell?
She said Gypsy and Ken did not break up. Then Natasha read in the comments someone saying that y'all have some snakes in your camp. Christy says, yeah, I know. We got to figure out who it is.
I don't know why Gypsy takes down videos. I don't ask her. What Gypsy wants to do, Gypsy does. If she wants to take the videos down, she takes them down. If she wants to put them back up, she'll put them back up. Why do they have to prove anything to anyone? All they are focused on is this baby.
They are well aware, Amanda, that they have a rat in the camp.
Yeah, we're very aware. I think I know who it is, though, but I need to do a little more research. And when I figure it out, if it's them, Natasha, I will let you know.
I thought I would be able to prove to you guys that I was telling the truth, but I didn't expect it this fast.
Let's cut straight to the chaos. Kristy Blanchard just went live. And if you thought this was going to be her moment to clear the air, you're dead wrong. Instead of cleaning up the Blanchard family's already crumbling reputation, Christy came armed with shaky excuses, laughable contradictions, and, let's be real, a desperate attempt to salvage what's left of Gypsy Rose's public image.
I don't think Gypsy and Ken will do a live to stop the rumors.
Why should they? That's what I'm saying. And I listen, this afternoon somebody said, and I want to make this very clear too, somebody said, why doesn't Ken make a public statement that he's not gay? Why would he make a public statement that he's not gay?
If he would, let's say he would do that.
They wouldn't
then
believe
y'all
it.
Say that he's lying. Oh, he's lying. He's lying. So
That's exactly what I said today.
If you are looking for answers about Gypsy and Ken's so-called relationship, Christy's performance only made it clear. It's all about the money, the narrative, and keeping the public invested in this never-ending saga. From the moment Christy started speaking, it was a mess. Claims that Gypsy and Ken are still happily together? Laughable. Stammering excuses about why Ken has his own apartment? Suspicious. And let's not forget her sudden obsession with the supposed snake leaking family secrets, which only confirmed what we've all suspected. There is trouble behind the scenes, and Christy is scrambling to hide it.
Right.
But they are very well aware that they have a snake in their midst.
Yes, we very aware, and like I said, I think I know
Somebody tell a secret.
And I gotta do a little more digging. But like I said, Natasha will be the first to know.
Yeah.
But here's the real kicker. Gypsy Rose, manipulative as ever, is sitting back while Christy does her dirty work, painting a picture of a supportive, loving family that couldn't be farther from the truth. Supposed to believe this is all about love and protecting the baby? Please. It's clear Christy and Gypsy are doing everything in their power to maintain control over their narrative and their paychecks. Stay tuned because we're breaking down every slip, every contradiction, and every desperate move Christy made in this chaotic livestream. You won't believe how deep this goes. Kristy Blanchard had one clear objective during her livestream: to sweep away the whirlwind of rumors surrounding Gypsy Rose, her relationship with Ken, and the looming questions about her capability to parent.
She eats a lot, y'all, okay? She eats a lot. So don't think that she's starving herself because that child could eat. I've seen her. She eats at all hours of the day, all hours of the night. She gets up, she's hungry, she's gonna eat.
But let's be real. This attempt at damage control did not just fall flat, it completely imploded. Every word Christy spoke seemed to tighten the noose of public skepticism, making her already shaky narrative even harder to believe. If her intention was to silence critics, her defensive, contradictory, and unpolished delivery achieved the exact opposite. Christy's main narrative revolved around her self-proclaimed role as a protective, maternal figure. She positioned herself as someone who has Gypsy's back, ready to shield her from the harsh spotlight of public opinion. But why now? Why this sudden burst of vocal defense? Let's not forget that Gypsy's controversies are nothing new, so why has Christy chosen this moment to dive headfirst into the fray?
Who's the father? Ken is 99.9%.
They did a paternity test, y'all. They got the results on November 5th.
And she did not do an amniocentesis like they said. It wasn't invasive like another creator said. I swear, people...
The timing couldn't be more suspicious. The Blanchards are no strangers to monetizing their drama, and the idea that Christy's motivations stem more from financial gain than genuine care is hard to ignore. Gypsy's story has been a consistent cash cow for the family, raking in attention through interviews, documentaries, and media deals. It's no stretch to assume that Christy's performance was less about protecting Gypsy and more about safeguarding the family's financial pipeline. After all, portraying a cohesive, happy family image is essential to keep those checks rolling in.
My family. What if this was your family? And I'm not saying that your child or your uncle or somebody in your immediate family would hurt somebody. You know, y'all gonna turn y'all backs on that family member? Or support? What y'all gonna do? You don't know how you're gonna react until something like this happens. And when they say you love your kids no matter what, and before I even go any further, I know I didn't have her, but she's mine nonetheless, okay?
But here's the truth Christy can't seem to grasp. When you're in the defensive this hard, people start to wonder what you're hiding. Instead of addressing rumors head-on with facts, Christy's constant deflections and over-the-top reassurances made it painfully obvious that something is being covered up. Whether it's the truth about Gypsy and Ken's relationship, the baby's paternity, or the true state of the Blanchard family dynamic, this live stream did not solve everything. It just exposed more cracks in their already fragile facade. Christy's repeated claim that they did not break up was one of the live stream's standout moments, but not for the reasons she hoped. The more she insisted, the more obvious it became that there is trouble in paradise. Instead of offering concrete proof or reassurance, Christy leaned heavily on vague affirmations and a desperate tone, as if sheer repetition could make her claims believable.
Said Gypsy and Ken did not break up. Then Natasha read in the comments someone saying that y'all have some snakes in your camp. Christy says, yeah, I know. We got to figure out who it is. I think I know, but I'm not really sure. But I have to do some more digging. You wouldn't be looking for snakes if it wasn't true. Duh.
Let's not overlook the glaring inconsistencies in her responses. When asked directly about the status of Gypsy and Ken's relationship, Christy stumbled through her words, often backtracking and shifting focus. Her discomfort was palpable, and it did not go unnoticed by viewers. One particularly pointed question asked why Ken has his own apartment if the two are supposedly in a committed relationship. Another commenter added fuel to the fire by questioning why Christy had to outline post-parole living arrangements for Gypsy if everything was as stable as she claimed. Christy tried to brush these concerns aside by citing parole restrictions as the reason for the separate living spaces. But let's be real, that excuse doesn't hold water. If this were a genuine, happy, solid couple, they would find a way to navigate these hurdles without sparking speculation.
I mean, come on, people.
Exactly, because Gypsy won't be able to stay more than, 2 nights a week? 3 nights a week?
No, Ken could stay here
As much as he wants to, right, but she can only stay with him.
Right, she is limited. She is limited to her time there.
Until she's off of
Until she's
parole.
off of parole. And then, look, I went out at after stroke of midnight when it's her parole is over, we might be moving her there. You never know.
Christy's defensive explanations only added to the perception that this relationship is more for show than substance. The entire setup, separate apartments, planned visits, and this odd emphasis on who stays where feels more like co-parenting logistics than the actions of a loving, united couple. It's not giving happy ever after, it's giving smoke and mirrors. Let's get straight to the point. The Blanchards have every reason to keep Gypsy and Ken's relationship alive in the public eye, whether it's real or not. Why? It's profitable. A picture-perfect narrative of a young couple reunited from after hardships, now awaiting the arrival of their baby. It's the kind of story that tugs at heartstrings and keeps viewers hooked. And when viewers are hooked, so are sponsors, media outlets, and the steady flow of money from interviews and features. Christy knows this better than anyone. Her entire tone throughout the livestream seemed one thing: damage control to protect the brand.
Brittany, do you think people's motivation for the rumors is to destroy your family? Yeah, I do. But I could tell you this, it will never happen. And what comes around goes around.
Nostalgic, they don't know who Christy, Jesus. They don't know who Nina's source is. I can assure you if they knew, it wouldn't be her source anymore.
Yeah, yes, they are still together. Just wouldn't drop her off there because they're filming in the morning.
Her insistence that they did not break up felt less like a genuine reassurance and more like a rehearsed line meant to keep the narrative intact. And if we're being honest, Gypsy herself seemed strangely absent from this effort to prove the relationship legitimacy. Why does Christy seem more invested in convincing the public than Gypsy and Ken themselves? It's not hard to see the bigger picture. Gypsy's story has been commodified from day one, from her early interviews post-prison to her portrayal in documentaries and dramatizations. A messy breakup, especially one involving questions of infidelity or instability, would threaten the carefully curated image of redemption and family unity. And that image is the key to keeping the money rolling in.
Why do they have to prove anything to anyone? All they are focused on is this baby. Yes, I'm very excited to be a grandmother. I can't wait. Due date is still January 22nd.
All of y'all coming in here making rude comments.
Why take the baby away?
That's what
She's
I'm saying.
gonna be a great mom. She knows what not to do, people.
Here's the truth Christy and the Blanchards don't want you to see. This isn't about love or family loyalty. It's about business. It's about protecting a lucrative narrative that keeps people invested in their story. But as cracks in the facade grow more visible, it is becoming increasingly clear that this is less of a fairy tale and more of a calculated performance. The question is, how long can they keep it up before the truth comes crashing down? One of the most glaring issues with Christy's livestream was her blatant attempt to paint Gypsy as both a victim of public scrutiny and a strong, independent woman. Let's be real, you don't have it both ways. Christy worked overtime to deflect blame and accountability from Gypsy, framing her as someone who is simply misunderstood or overly scrutinized. But here's the thing, Gypsy is no longer the sheltered girl living under the mom's oppressive control. She's a grown woman, a public figure, and someone with a past that demands accountability.
So you tell me when you stop supporting your child, or you stop supporting, your husband or your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother. You tell me. And if y'all say, oh, I would turn my back on him the minute something bad would happen, shame on you. Shame on you. I mean, we've had some serious discussions, her and I, and I'm going to tell y'all like this. She knows what not to do.
Let's not sugarcoat this. Gypsy orchestrated the murder of her own mother. D.D. Blanchard. While many people sympathize with her reasoning, having been subjected to years of abuse, her actions cannot be entirely excused. Court convicted her of second-degree murder for a reason. Being a victim does not erase the fact that she actively plotted and executed a crime. And now, post-prison, Gypsy seems to be navigating life with a level of manipulation that mirrors her mother's own tactics. Christy's defense of Gypsy felt less like maternal loyalty and more like an attempt to rewrite the narrative. She consistently dismissed legitimate concerns about Gypsy's behavior and choices, chalking it up to Gypsy being Gypsy. For instance, when viewers questioned Gypsy's habit of deleting and reposting social media content, Christy brushed it off as a harmless quirk. But those patterns of behavior, secrecy, inconsistency, and deflection don't inspire confidence in someone who has yet to prove she can live transparently and responsibly.
I don't know why Gypsy takes down videos. I don't ask her. What Gypsy wants to do, Gypsy does. If she wants to take the videos down, she takes them down. If she wants to put them back up, she'll put them back up. She just gets in these spur-of-the-moment moods and, oh, I feel like deleting this, or I feel like doing this. And she does it, and then she'll put it back. Who knows? Gypsy's her own person. Nobody tells her what to do.
Gypsy is now a public figure, whether she likes it or not. With that status comes scrutiny, and Christy needs to accept that shielding her from criticism only amplifies the public's distrust. The livestream was full of moments where Christy tried to play the sympathy card, portraying Gypsy as a woman just trying to move forward, but viewers saw right through it. Support is one thing. Enabling manipulative behavior is another. And right now it is clear which side Christy is leaning toward. Perhaps one of the most eyebrow-raising moments of Christy's livestream was her dramatic claim that there is a snake leaking false information about Gypsy's and Ken's relationship. She hinted that she might know who it is, but needed to dig a little deeper before exposing them. At first glance, this statement seemed designed to discredit any insider spilling tea about Gypsy's fractured relationship with Ken. But here's the kicker. Christy's own words betrayed her. When viewers pressed Christy about the alleged snake, she inadvertently confirmed what many already suspected, that some of the rumors might actually be true. Her exact words, "How do you have a snake if it's not true?" The leaks are entirely fabricated. Why even acknowledge their existence? Why not dismiss them outright instead of giving them weight by suggesting someone from their inner circle is betraying them?
No, they did not break up. Somebody put it on a banner, on a forehead, something. They did not break up.
I wish I could run a banner across this like you can on StreamYard that says they did not break up.
I think I know.
Somebody telling secrets.
And I got to do a little more digging.
Let's dig deeper. Christy's snake narrative conveniently shifts the blame away from Gypsy and Ken's shaky relationship onto an unnamed saboteur. It's a classic diversion tactic and one that fell flat with viewers. Many pointed out that the Blanchard family's history of secrecy and drama doesn't exactly inspire trust. The idea that there is a whistleblower among them only adds credibility to the rumors that they're trying so hard to dismiss. If Christy truly wanted to dispel these rumors, focusing on the supposed snake wasn't the way to do it. Instead, her accusations came off as paranoid and defensive, reinforcing the perception that there is more to this story than she's willing to admit. It's one thing to defend your family. It's another to throw around baseless accusations that only make the situation messier. Christy also addressed rumors about the baby's paternity, emphatically stating that Ken is 99.9% the father and citing a paternity test as proof. While this seemed like an effort to shut down speculation, it raised another question. Why was there ever doubt in the first place? If everything was as picture perfect as Christy said, this wouldn't even be a topic of discussion.
Who's the father? Ken is 99.9%.
They did a paternity test, y'all. They got the results on November 5th.
And she did not do an amniocentesis like they said. It wasn't invasive like another creator said.
Viewers couldn't help but feel that the repeated need to prove things, whether it's the relationship status or the baby's paternity, only highlighted how fragile the narrative really is. Throughout the live stream, Christy's responses often contradicted themselves. For instance, when discussing Gypsy's relationship history, she claimed to have had no role in reuniting her with Ken. Yet in the same breath, she admitted to giving Gypsy closure about why Ken left her in the first place. This subtle submission hinted at deeper involvement than Christy wanted to let on. It's all these small inconsistencies that add up. Every time Christy tried to clarify something, she inadvertently confirmed more of what people were already suspecting. Christy's live stream was supposed to set the record straight, but it did the opposite. Her shaky responses, defensive tone, and frequent contradictions only added fuel to the fire. Instead of clearing Gypsy's name, she highlighted the very issues she was trying to deny. At the end of the day, this live stream wasn't about the truth. It was about controlling the narrative to protect the Blanchards' public image. But as we've seen and time again, the truth has a way of coming out. And when it does, no amount of damage control will be able to fix what's broken. So, what do you think, loves? Did Christy's live stream help or hurt her case? Do you believe Gypsy and Ken are still together, or is it all for show? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the nastiest, into the messiest internet dramas. Until next time, stay safe and stay skeptical. Bye-bye.